Hey folks, KILT-MAN here, KILT-MAN at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Now, I've just come back from the pub. I also become very apparent. I've had a good session today, a great good session. But I'm going to tell you something about what happened yesterday in the pub. If you don't mind, indulge me. My favourite pub, my local, is the Cask, Stanley's Cask on Rate Lane, Wallasey. I recommend it. Real ales are great, and your spirits are nice and cheap comparatively, and a great bunch of characters, eccentric weirdos, aplenty, all traditional boozer, full of great people, and they have bands on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the band is playing right now. I've just left during their interim, their intermission, call it that, their break. I've left and come back home. But they played the matches, Liverpool and Everton. But so yesterday we had the Merseyside derby, Liverpool v Everton at Anfield. My son was there, and Liverpool won. Yes, it was great. Now, I watched that match at home here in the Kilt Mansion. I didn't go to the pub to watch it, and the minute the game finished and we'd won, yes, I went there and walked in, and there was a couple of people that I know went there, but they didn't last long. I walked in, it was dead empty, which is bizarre. Whenever a Liverpool game's on, it's chock-a-block, and half time there's all butties get brought in. Remember that, it's important. This butties get brought in, a great big, trays of butties, big fucking butties, and you're like, oh my god, wow, it's great. So I rocks up there after the match. It's finished, we've won, yay, great, and there's only a handful of people, well, literally 3 or 4 people that are normally in there. That's not the way it should be. When a match is on, it's been played, a lot of the people who watch the match in there on the numerous screens in there, and they love the atmosphere. They've gone home. They've just done their thing, gone off. Loads stay behind. It would be busy normally. Well, it weren't busy. A couple of people in there, and it was biblical rain yesterday. The downpour was torrential. It was horrendous, literally horrendous. The streets they were all washed with like 2 foot of water. So buses and cars are going through this, and you're trying to skip to get away from the tsunami is going to come over you. Horrendous. Houses that never leaked before were suddenly having massive rivers coming down their walls. It was that bad. So I wore a hood and a hat. I was dressed up. I was in a kilt and a vest, but I had a jacket on. Hated it obviously, but got in there, and the rain was horizontal. It was literally, it wasn't even bouncing off the deck and coming up at you, which happens. It was literally horizontal, so it's hitting you right in the face, right here, all these little bits here, on your cheeks, and icicles of sheer hate hitting you. Oh God, no! And you're trying to pull your little woolly hat down. Oh God! And it's getting you on the chin and on the teeth, on the lips. It was that nasty. It was horrendous. And in the end, I swam, I front crawled my way in to the boozer, and a handful of people I knew, and then they all left, and then I was alone in the pub. None of my mates were in there, none, absolutely none. Normally there's about 20, 30 maybe, and none were in there. And Avril, who's the co-owner with Pete, fella, owned the place, and Av was behind the bar. And normally, hang on, you've had the derby's been on, It's going to be huge. This place should be packed out. Where is everybody? Oh, they've gone. There weren't that many here to begin with. So I was like, this is fucking bizarre. So I thought, I couldn't sit outside in the sun as I normally would do. I sat in the corner, I had earphones on, my playlist of choice. I thought, oh, this is great, having a great time. And then after about like whiskies are there, 2 of them, kadoonch, and then people began to filter in. Oh, right. Oh, I don't recognise you. And it'd be like a threesome. Hey. A woman and 2 blokes. She was with her fella and I don't know who the other guy was. And they sat over yonder from me, quite loud. And the cask now normally plays. Didn't used to do this. They play music over the sound system. So it's good. It's 70s, 80s stuff. It's great. I love it. But I still put my earphones in. That's what I do. And so they were sitting there, and they were fine. And then 2 older guys, one was a huge fucking jabber, a pure bloater, sits right next to me. He took his time, manoeuvring seats and tables and stools to get his wide girth in there. And then he got in there. And they were Reds. So this big fat bloater and his mate, he was about 80 if he was a day, noisy as fuck, sit next to me, and immediately spark up with the threesome on the other side, who are Blues. They're Everton fans, they're Blue Noses. So this banter was going. No, don't get me wrong, it wasn't nasty. It was playful, and it was. If you're in the mood, it's great. But I'm sitting there, my earphones on, and I'm like fucking hell. They're playing the music in the boozer, and I've got my own music playing, and all I can hear is you, this fucking behemoth next to me. So I was like, shit. And I wore a jacket that day because it was massively pissing down, and I wore the M65 John Rambo Southern Comfort jacket. But my jacket is the John Rambo one with the waving, stars and bars, the American flag, the waving bit, like you see it in First Blood. I've got that jacket. So I wasn't wearing it. It was positioned beside me, and I thought, fucking hell, these guys are pissing me off. Right, but I can't walk off and let them think that they've annoyed me. So I'll get my jacket, I'll get everything, my phone hooked down my belt, and I'll go and get 2 more whiskies. And I did. Got 2 more whiskies, and as I did that, I thought, I'm not going to sit back down by them. I'm going to go to another location within the boozer, but near the bar. There's a central pillar which you can sit in front of it, facing the front doors, which I've done many times. I've done videos sitting there as well. But on the other side of it, you're facing the bar, but you can still see all the TV screens, and you've got a little shelf to put your beers on and your whiskies on and all that. So, and next thing you know, not 1, not 20, not 30, but about 60 blokes turned up, none of whom I know. Now, bear this in mind. There was nobody in there initially, well, apart from right from the get-go, but they left straight away. Maybe it was me, I don't know. No locals in there, no regulars, no regulars. All my mates, none were there. And the ones that were there, well, 2 or 3, fucking went very quickly. And then this mob of 60 plus came in, and their age range, all men, their age range was between, like, I don't know, 25 to 70 odd. And they filled the place. And I was like, the fuck is going on? Why have I got none of my mates here? Why is no one here that I know? Who are all these people? And Avril was serving behind the bar. Now normally on a Saturday night they'd have various other barmaids would be there, and so why is it just Av serving behind the bar, and it's now busy as hell. So I'm there, and of course people spy. I was actually wearing this top at the time, and a different kilt, not this one, not this particular one. I wasn't wearing this one, but I was wearing a different kilt yesterday, and that drew attention. Obviously, I got asked, "Do you want to play darts?" No, I can't. Don't put arrows in my hands because I'm gonna be shit. I'll be like fucking young Frankenstein. It's gonna go at the back of my hand. I can't play darts, and these guys they got the darts from where I'm standing at this pillar. There's a little sort of like a cupboard. Av comes out and like unlocks it with a jailer's keys, selects the correct key. Not the wrong one. I still not working. Spit. Doors open, and a big tin tray of all one of those Cadbury's, biscuit, Cadbury's chocolates, the Christmas tins full of darts comes out, and these guys start playing that, and they asked me again to play, and I'm like, no, I'm not getting involved in this, no chance. They start playing darts. Now there's 160 at least of these guys in here. I'm like, this is fucking bizarre. Who the hell are these people? They've got a strange accent, a Lancashire accent, and I made this vocal. I said like, "Hey, you guys, Lancashire? Oh, you can. I can't do the accent. You can tell, can you?" I said, "Well, yeah, I can. I was in Lytham literally about 3-4 weeks ago with the missus. Lytham. We love Lytham. Lytham's our hometown." And I was like, "Oh my god." Play darts? No, I don't play darts. So they're doing what I would see the normal darts game, and then they start playing with 7 darts a piece. 7 darts. I was like, what the fuck? I was seeing guys going like, dum, dum, dum. You think it'd end there, and then dum, 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 6, and then dum. I was like, fucking imagine what kind of darts is that? And anyway, we'll come back to that. Pete, who is Avril's partner, who co-owns Cask, he come over, and Pete's about 7 feet tall and the most miserable swine the world has ever known. And he loves it. He loves being miserable. He loves to be that guy. And he come over, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It's Twilight Zone. And he went, oh, we got tipped off from another pub a few hours ago that this stag do was on the way. So just be aware. And I was like, Jesus Christ, so this is a stag do? Well, who's the fucking hoodie? I've got no idea. I just don't want to get involved with this. They won't be here for long. They weren't trouble. They were not trouble at all. So I was speaking to a few of these people, and talking about the kilt and all that. So I said like, so who's the groom then? Who's the groom? This is a stag do. Who's the groom? And I spoke to 2 guys at the bar, then another 2 guys further down the bar, then somebody else on the side. And who's the groom? And the thing is, every single person either couldn't find them or pointed out someone different. So I've got no idea. I found out today that the groom was in his 50s. So it was an a much older setup. But I've been in the pub today, and no one knew who this guy was or why they were in Wallasey around here. There was no connections to anybody that anyone knew. They're from Lancashire, Lytham, you know, especially. So what happened there? And they were playing this 7 dark game, and I was like, kind of like, couldn't quite work it out. And then suddenly, you know, I was talking to a couple of them, and you weren't getting much headway. It was just banter, just pure banter. And then suddenly, like, the signal went up, and they all left. Everyone just filtered out, and the pub was empty. Now, a band called The Bite, who are brilliant, I've seen them many, many times, had arrived, but just discovered, shit, they're playing darts. Where the band sets up in the cask is by the darts area. So the people playing darts. So someone come in, the roadies come in, they set all the gear up and all that, like, and they were like, oh, shit, we can't even bring anything in. It's too packed. And when the actual singers come in and the actual band members, they were like, oh God, how are we gonna sort this out? It was not the norm. And then luckily, this entire stag do massively migrated to another boozer. I know the boozer they go, because they told me we're going to the magazine. I think it's called the Mags. I said, yeah, no, it's just down the road there. Yeah, it's down the road. Well, is it any good? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's fine. It's great. Just fuck off. You know, the band trying to set up, you know. So off they went. But it was the strangest occasion, because that's my pub I go to every single day, and I expect to see, no matter time I go in, I could go in the afternoon, dinner time, you know, late afternoon, evening, night time, you know, last orders, and I'll expect to see certain people there, because it's so set in its ways, and all the clientele are set in their ways. And there was none. It was just this massive cavalcade of complete, you know, strangers. So it felt like pure Twilight Zone. So I was there today, all afternoon, a lot longer than anticipated, and I've seen the first act of the band today, Mule Train, who are outstanding. Anyone who's been a long-standing viewer on the channel will have probably seen me filming Mule Train at some point. I wouldn't know what video it would be, but I've done sort of live, off-the-cuff videos with, you know, my mates, all dancey piss ends and that, like, a Mule Train playing, and they're playing right now. I've come back. They've done their first set, and I had to come back. So, and didn't have to come back, but I chose to come back. But the cask is Stanley's Cask on Rake Lane is an outstanding boozer. I'm a massive advertising for it. I love the place. It's full of characters, eccentrics, oddballs, and you know, miscreants, but I loves it. I does. I fit right in, and when the bands come on, which is every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as I say, Friday, Saturday it'd be 9:30, but they play they do, you know, broadcast, you know, the Liverpool games, Everton games, some rugby stuff as well, like, so it can get kind of it can get very exciting. Always good fun, always great banter, nothing nasty. And then you get on Sunday, the bands start early. It's 6:30, which is a bit of a weird one, really, you know, because it's like, well, you know, you might wander in, you might even know about the bands being on there. It's on the chalkboard outside, like, but you might wander in, and like suddenly there's a band tuning up, and some of the tuning up is really fucking strong. There's one particular band, I can't remember what they're called now. It's if you got tinnitus, don't stay in there. And I have got tinnitus, so I've really seen my arse on this. And like I said to the missus, you know, because she loves the band themselves, and they are great, but it's the 1 2 1 2 1 2. They do an hour at least of this fucking build up, and they do all the high pitches, and they're working through the entire frequencies. You just did a fucking local boozer. None of your crowd, none of the people in here give a shit how perfect it's meant to sound. Just fucking start playing. Don't burst our eardrums with all this fucking high shrill bullshit. So you know, because of that, when I know they're on, either I'm not actually, I kind of never know they're on. I'm always in there, and then suddenly I haven't looked at the chalkboard who's on, and I go, oh god, these are here. But my mates, the whiskey, oh, I get a whiskey there, and then they start doing the tuning up. I'm like, oh god, I've gotta go. And I'm like, oh, no way else, yeah, fuckers. But they're a great band as well. And if I remember rightly, because I don't stay for them, there's quite a fit girl playing the bass guitar, if I remember rightly. But anyway, so that was this was Sunday today, Sunday the 21st of September. I have stuff to unbox there, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to open them separately. It's just putting content out. No matter how bullshitty this content may be, it is what it is. Cheers, y'all. But yeah, in the UK today, Keir Starmer, he has a sort of a title before his name, which I refuse to use. Two-tier Keir has done what we knew he would do, but he's done it. I'm not even going to say what it is. I'm not going to say what it is because oh dearie dear, you know, democracy and freedom of speech. You know, no chance in this country. What he's done today has now endorsed terrorism and absolutely solidified a huge terrorist group in a particular place. And he's done it for political reasons. He's done it because he wants it rhymes with Uslim, Kuzlim, Buslim. Rhymes with that. He wants their vote. And he wants to secure his backbenchers. He hasn't done it for any other reason than that. But what he's done, he's endorsed terrorism. There's a guy who's meant to be in charge of this country, this government, who is should be done for treason. Oops, a daisy. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I fucking did. And he should be done for treason. He has betrayed this country without any shadow of a doubt. I'm not going to go any further into that. Just thought I'd throw it in there because this is like a ramshackle little video. I'm gonna shut this down now, and then I'm gonna come back and open two little boxes for another video. So you're getting extra content, extra videos, should you need them. Guys, the world is topsy-turvy. We are waging a war against reality. Or we're not. You, me, most of us are not. We are simple values and facts. Facts are facts. But you've got the other crowd, the lefty crowd, who are advocates of violence, assassination, and laugh and celebrate it. And just can't. Can a woman have a penis? Well, there's many women in my life that's had my penis, but can a woman have a penis? And you ask any lefty, well, they can't answer the question. They won't give you an answer. I don't know. That just reared its ugly, bulbous head into this. But anyway, right. I'm gonna cut this short. Ooh, circumcision. I'm gonna cut this short right now, and then gonna come back with the unboxings of what could be great, what could be really bizarre. I have no fucking idea, to be honest with you. So we'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes in my time anyway. So in the meantime, when it's ever like, oh wow, my god, have another swig of tea and calm yourself down, KILT-MAN, in between time. Please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. I'm gonna see you all laters.